Side impact airbags can help, but they can't stop all the damage from a T-bone collision. You know, the average American during their lifetime has a 99% chance of being in an automobile accident, collision. So let's talk about how things occur in a collision, how they can affect you or a loved one or somebody that you know. Let's talk about how side airbags work and what they protect. Well, side airbags are just what they say they are. They are airbags that come and puff out if there is a collision where there's a sensor that causes them to puff out. Remember, a lot of people, when they call our office, they tell us, well, the airbags didn't deploy. And when we start to look at the damage, we realize no sensor was triggered that would make a front airbag deploy. Same thing with the side airbag. There is a sensor embedded in the structure of the car that once it's hit, the airbag goes out. Now, when it goes out, there's all kinds and all types of airbags. There's some that are all across the top of the door frame, and they will go out and they're meant to stop you from striking the window. There's some that come out from the base to stop you from the body from going in. And in some cars, they even come out of the B-pillar itself, and that's why B-pillar design matters, and stop you from going into the B-pillar. And so what they do, they're still the same operation. People don't realize is that an airbag is propelled by a shotgun charge. Yes, you heard me, just like a shotgun. That is what pushes it out, and that's why there's airbag injuries in addition to the injuries from the collision. So they protect you, and they can also hurt you, and you need to know that and need to know which injuries are from which. It doesn't matter because whoever hurt you is responsible for both. We all see a bunch of luxury and expensive cars on the road, but they're not what the average person drives. The average person drives an ordinary car, and a lot of us drive economy cars. And because they are economy cars, they don't have the same type of protections. They don't have the same type of crumple zones. The cars themselves are lighter. They're not as functionally sturdy as some of the bigger luxury cars. And we need to know that. And we need to understand that if we're in an economy car and we get hit with this, first of all, there may not be any airbags at all. Second, if there are airbags, they may not be as plentiful as the airbags in some of the other ones. If at all possible, you should always get a car that has as many airbags as possible. But you know what? I know what it's like to swing a hammer to make a check, and you got to do what you got to do to put peas and carrots on the table. So no argument from me there, but just understand that if you're in an economy car, you're not going to have the same type of protections as in a luxury car. It doesn't matter if you're in a luxury car or an economy car. Whoever hurts you is responsible. But when you talk about children in the back of a car, either luxury or an economy car, there's unique dangers for children in car seats or booster seats because these are additional safety protection systems if they're not properly installed. So please make sure it's installed properly. If you have any questions, you know you can go by any fire station and they will make sure that it's installed correctly. So remember that. A lot of times manufacturers through inadvertence or neglect or sometimes just pure greed don't design them properly, and the design of the car seat or the booster seat either causes or adds to the injuries that the child suffers. If a child is injured in a car wreck like this and in a child booster seat or a child carry seat, it's imperative to do an immediate investigation, to document everything, to find out who the manufacturer is. All of these things are very necessary investigative steps. And if you don't get that information immediately, a lot of times it disappears and your rights may disappear along with them. That's why it's critical to get legal help when this kind of a situation occurs. And you can call anybody that you want, but I'm here to tell you, we would love to hear from you. So please, if you're injured, have any questions, pick up the phone and call us now. 888-WE-FIGHT. At John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers, we hold manufacturers of defective products and negligent drivers accountable for each and every injury. 888-WE-FIGHT.